Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, my name is Radwan Naji. Yes, this lecture is about language testing. It's a it's a brief, inshallah. It will be so brief. Yeah, it's about language testing. Language testing, yeah, it can be given with it in short terms. Like for example, what kinds or what types of language tests? And what tests about language? There are four types of language tests. The most popular one, which is the achievement test. Number one, achievement test. What is achievement test? Every and each final test in a course is called achievement test. For example, in Libya, we have, for example, the English language final test in the ninth grade and the third secondary school or high school is that in the final is called the achievement test. What it should, or what, or to examines what have been taken in the course. Okay, what have been taken in the course. So achievement test is the final examination that tests or examines what have been covered throughout the whole course. This is the achievement test. Achievement test equals what? Equals the final test. In every and each final test in the course, which is whether it is private or public course, it is called achievement test. Number two, diagnostic tests. Diagnostic test or diagnostic examination. Diagnostic examination is called examines some specific topic within the course in a specific topic. When the teacher trying to examine the students in some specific topic, like for example, past simple or present simple or articles within the course, this test or this quiz or this examination is called diagnostic test because it examines some specific topic within the course or in the course. Okay, so we have the final test, which is the achievement test. Number two, the test that given within the course, like quizzes in the course. Okay, is in the class, for example, is called the diagnostic test. Number three is placement test. It's very popular, especially in the private institutions when they try to level your language or English language, for example, in the private institutions is called placement test. A placement test is that examines or tests the level of the students or the level of the learners in the language. For example, in the private institution in Benghazi, for example, when you come to each of these private institutions, they give you a placement test to show or to see which level you are in. Yes, the placement test tests or examines the level of the learners or the level of the students. Okay, so number four is called proficiency test. Proficiency test, yeah, that tests your proficiency in the language, how you can deal in the real life situations within the language. Like for example, they are very popular, by the way, in Benghazi especially, or in the cities, like we know them, TOEFL and IELTS. IELTS, the tests your proficiency in the language or the ability to use the language in real life situations. Yes, you can test your abilities in the skills of language: reading, writing, speaking, and reading. So this is types or kinds of language tests. Number one, achievement test, which is the final tests or final examination. Number two, diagnostic test, which tests some specific topic within the course or while the course taken. And number three, placement test, which tests or examines the level of the students or the level of the learners. Number four, proficiency test, which tests your ability or the abilities or the abilities or the ability of the learner in the language through life, true life situations. Okay, that kinds of tests of proficiency, IELTS and BET and IELTS. Okay, this is the types or kinds of tests. Yes, you should know about them. Final achievement test, diagnostic to test some topics in the course. 3, placement test to test the level of the language. Number 4, proficiency test to test your ability to use the skills of the language. So 4 kinds. The next video will be about the techniques. So techniques of tests, techniques of the test, or techniques of the examination. These 4 kinds of tests can be provided by techniques of the tests. These techniques are, we all know about them. Techniques, not types, huh? True, false questions, multiple choice, filling in the gaps, matching. These are called close exam, and open exam, which is the describing and explaining. These are techniques. Okay, these 4 kinds of tests or examination can be provided by these techniques. So guys, this video is about language testing. Thank you for listening, guys.